job. We did a good job managing the game, that's for sure. I just thought that, being that it's our first game, we came out and live and contact, everything was kind of thrown at us real quick. But overall, I thought we played a good game. They had a hell of a game. We just got to capitalize in certain places, and we just got to stop them. And overall, we just got to clean it up and play better fundamental football.
Just kind of seemed like when you guys had an opportunity to score, to seize momentum, something kind of backward happened, and then it's like not scoring when you recovered the kick on the 9-yard line. I mean, just kind of, what do you think you attribute that to? I mean, is it just kind of first game jitters, or what do you think is the issue there?
Well, I think the issue would be like we've been talking about it since all season is a lot of times there's 10 out of 11 players doing their job, and so a lot of times there's that one player, that one mistake that's going to ruin momentum for everyone. And so it's not singling out any player. Everyone makes mistakes. I made mistakes today, but I mean that's how we're going to get better. Is limiting that and playing as 11. So that's what I think.
Yeah, you talked about cleaning stuff up. What do you feel like specifically the team needs to work on cleaning up from? And I know a lot of times like a second game can look drastically different than a first game because this sometimes happens.
I think one of the things that was really tough for us this game was that because they're a first-year team, we had no scout film. We had no insight of what they were going to do. So we're going completely off of what we thought they were going to do. So as far as what we should improve on is I think we should have done a better job just slowing it down. It was our first game, so we were kind of like everyone was antsy. But overall, I think we should have slowed down and just like took a moment to realize, hey, this is what they're doing. This is what we thought they did, but this is what they're actually doing. And then overall, just bounce back, calm it down, and execute. Which I think we did a pretty good job. But like I said, there's those certain plays that when it doesn't work out, it's a momentum shift, and that's what really hurt us today.
Are you pleased with your performance? I mean, first time out, 16 of 25 for 244 and 3 scores. That's not bad. I mean, but are you pleased with how you played?
For the most part, yes. I was glad I didn't make any real mistakes, no interceptions and fumbles. That was nice to see. But overall, of course, we want to get better. There were coverages I missed. There were plays, there were throws that I missed and that I normally don't. So that was something that I was really frustrated with. But overall, for my first college start, I was really, I think for the most part, I was pleased with what I did.
It kind of seems like you've already built a good rapport with Jakob. I mean, he had 6 catches for 156 yards. I mean, you see that kind of duo kind of happen in the entire year because he's a great receiver, a great quarterback. So you kind of see that going on the rest of the season.
Oh, absolutely, and that's not just for Jake. That's for all of our starting receivers and all of our two deep and so on. Because the amount of reps that we have in practice, it is just phenomenal. Because Jake, Caleb, Suey, they're all those kind of guys that you can throw the ball anywhere and they will go get it. On those post patterns, Jake was, he goes and gets the ball. So it's having players like that is why we were able to have whatever success we have today.
How do you feel? I know when coming into the season, 38 seniors, I know they were really pivotal in the program. How do you feel? It's only one game in, but obviously you guys have been out practicing for 4 weeks. How do you think that the team is coming together with a lot of new pieces and new faces in prominent roles?
Yeah, after last season, that was a huge issue for us, is that we knew we lost a lot of experience. But what we lost in experience, we thought we gained in talent. So that's what we've been building, this entire offseason. We had guys who, worked out together all summer. I worked out with Jake pretty much all summer. And overall, building that kind of chemistry and putting it together into a team, putting it into the game, that's what made it that much easier, was that we had all that chemistry going in. And so all we had to do is gain that experience. So games like today, we just got to take it with a grain of salt and overall just learn from it, and we're just going to bounce back.
And how do you bounce back from a game like this? First games you lose like this, the way you lost was pretty tough. How do you guys bounce back as a team?
Overall, it was tough, like I said. No one wants to come out and lose their first game. But with that said, we know exactly what we got to clean up. We know the plays that we missed. We know all the fundamentals that we missed. And like I said, we're going into a bye week right now. So it's going to be nice. We're going to go back, we're going to look at the film, and we're going to decide what it is we need to improve on and what it is that we need to fix to make it better.
I think we played well as a team in certain aspects, but then we also made some key mistakes that down the stretch kind of cost us. So, we moved the ball well, but like I said, it was some big mistakes that really kind of stalled drives or didn't get us in the end zone.
And it just kind of seemed like whenever you guys had a chance to take a lead, whenever you had a chance to really kind of seize, the quote-unquote momentum of the game, things just didn't materialize. Things just didn't happen. I mean, is there something you can attribute that to? I mean, or maybe it's just like first game jitters. I mean, what do you, any idea how you guys let that happen?
I mean, that's tough because we wanted to get the momentum, but momentum's tough to get sometimes. It's hard to really know how to get the momentum. But I think that we've learned. We're a young team, and so we've learned from this game, and I think we'll come back ready to go the next game. So we got 2 weeks. So
Tell us a little bit about your day. I mean, 3 touchdowns. I think obviously probably one of the highlights is like hauling that guy into the end zone. Like, tell us a little bit about that one. I mean, obviously you kind of, you made the catch, but then the yards after catch turns into a scoring play.
yeah, like Warner said, I mean we've been working all off season since we lost last year to Linfield. So we've had 9 months to really hone in on us two, our connection, and really all the receivers. I mean, I know Caleb, Blake, those two stayed here in Forest Grove, so Warner's been working with them and me. And it was nice to see that our connection kind of carried over to the game a little bit, and we're hoping that next game we'll get some more touchdowns.
Yeah,
For sure.
Obviously the receiving core, offense during certain sections of the game was really clicking, and obviously you guys were having a big role in that. I'm guessing maybe this has become because you could probably see okay, if we could put it all together, we've got a lot of great talent here.
The two things we really pride ourselves on are third down conversions and red zone scoring touchdowns, and we didn't do either of those real well today. So we just got to bounce back and really focus on that, because that was really what was the key difference.
I mean, just talk about the run game real quick. I mean, Bobby with 91 yards, average 9 yards a carry. I mean, gosh, when you guys are running the ball pretty well, I mean, that really opens up you and the receiving core to get in the ball. So I mean, how good are you guys when you guys get that balance?
When we finally figure out the real balance that we're going to have, that's when we're going to be scary good. So we've got a great O-line that can really push the front and give those. We got 3 backs that can really find holes and get some big chunks of yards. And we got some receivers blocking downfield to spring them. And I think once we get that balance, it'll be scary.
And you said you've been working out with Warner all summer. I mean, having caught passes from TC and PJ in the past. I mean, what about Warner's game reminds you of those 2 guys?
Definitely his playmaking decision. I mean, the 2 guys before, they had so much experience. They had 4 years here as starters. And so Warner came in, and we knew he had so much potential, but we needed to see how he could handle a game situation. And I think he handled it pretty well for his first game.